Buonasera. So you want to know how the mob ran Vegas? Well, you came to just the right place. If you take the Vegas mob tour, you're going to learn about Frank Rosenthal, Tony Spilatro, Frank Collada, Bugsy Siegel, and more. No Tony Soprano or Don Corleone here. These are the real guys with the real stories. You interested? Hey, come on in.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Mob Vlog. Today it is January 5th. This is the first Mob Vlog broadcast of 2022. So welcome in everybody. It's good to have you guys with us. I hope that you all had a very, very Merry Christmas, and I hope that you also are having a happy, happy New Year. So let's get started. It's Mob Vlog. And today we have Red Wemette. How are you, Red?
I got a little bit of a cold, but I'm okay.
Little bit of a cold. That's not bad. Little colds are going around. Okay. There, you get it. That's it's good to hear though that you look good and you're feeling a little bit better than you did the other day. So that's good. Awesome. And I'm just going to say hi to everybody. If you guys are just jumping in, you're not watching this live. Now, if you are watching it live, welcome, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hit the like button so this will get out there in the YouTube algorithms. And let me just say hello to a few people. If you guys aren't watching this live, hey, just jump forward 5 minutes because it usually takes us about 5 minutes to say hello to everybody. So, hey, let's get started here. Don Berlin, Pam Ingram. Good to have you in the room, or Pam Rednick, whichever it is, it's all good. Happy New Year, Pam. Jim Yeager, Sonny Zarro, you got your Italian beef. John, man, I'm ready for a Windy City beefs and dogs. I know Sonny is. He's got one in his hand. Red? Red's always ready for the Italian beef.
I wish I had one in my hand.
No, if Red had an Italian beef sandwich in his hand right now, you'd probably be eating it, right?
You got it.
Yeah.
No self-control on that one.
I thought I had the photo handy, but I don't. Anyway, Jim Magnifici, John Wallace from Albuquerque. Awesome to have you with us. You know what's fun to do in Albuquerque, John? Pack your crap up and go to Vegas. That's right, buddy. Sean Pender, good afternoon. Don Berlin, Homan Sanders. It's great. You guys, Don Berlin, greetings, AMD. Salutations. Today's show, we can expect all hoof and no hat. A real horse race to the Jello Factory, stating Silas and Frank and Jayne. Red should be great for this one. And I'm hoping that you're right, Don Berlin, because when I brought this up to Red was like, horse? No, I'm sorry. Red brought it up to me. I brought the bathhouse idea. We haven't even talked about this. Yeah. The bathhouse idea, which Richard Faverty, if you're watching, which he will be eventually, thank you for that great idea, because when I brought it up to Red and I said
Next Wednesday.
Luxor bathhouse, Division bathhouse, boss is hanging out so there's no wires. We're talking some pretty cool stuff. So William Kirchmeyer, wish you had an Italian beef handy. I-Thai beef and I-Thai beef. Cool. Catherine Guerrero, how are you? Hope you and James are doing wonderful this 2022, the beginning of it. Bruce City 2, The Shovel, Connie Shine, hello from Mount Greenwood. Nice to have you with us, Connie. Right on. Richard P., Happy New Year. Big Boy Blue, having a smoke. All right. And Leanne, rolling along. It's good to see you too. It's good to see all of you guys, actually. Chris Edmondson, William Kirchmeyer, Alan White, hello. Hello to you. Chi-Town Salvage is out there. I'm sorry, Savage. Made him sound like it was a junkyard company like Sanford and Son or something. Chi-Town Salvage. Chi-Town Savage. Good to have you. Benny Fazio, RV Doc. Hey, guys. Good to see you. Greg Polly, it's good to have you with us. You're a member of the channel, and Greg's been on the tours out here. It's good to see you, Greg. So Johnny Doe, Boothie P. Maywood. All right, I have no idea But thank you very much, Don Berlin. Way to start 2022 off. Thank you very much for the super sticker. Outfit boss Gregory L. Hart from South Florida. I wonder, this is the first time, Red, that we're actually broadcasting to not just Mob Vlog on YouTube and a Mob Vlog on Facebook, but we're also broadcasting today to Red Wemette on YouTube. So I hope that we have some people in here from Red's channel, and if you are, say hello. Let us know. I want to know, because I'm what we're trying to do is help one another out, right? It's a win-win situation.
Yes.
All right.
Adam's very helpful.
Mo, hi Adam and Red and Adam. Happy New Year. It's good to see you, Mo. Happy New Year to you too. Let's see.
Happy New Year, all of you.
TC, we have to mention Bookie Hal Smith, found in the trunk of his car at the parking lot at Arlington Park. Also, security had Gino Oliver killing someone in the lot at Sportsman Park. I guess we'll have to mention that, Red. You got that?
I don't know anything about racetrack murders. I really don't.
Sorry, TC. Swing and a miss. Leanne rolling along. Keep warm, guys. Awesome. Yes, trying to. I hear it was snowing in Florida, Red.
Where?
I don't know. I heard there was snow in Florida.
Well, last night it was 29 degrees here.
Holy cow.
So you see me in flannel.
Yeah, no doubt. That's what you need. Jim Magnifici, All Gold Productions, Ricky Delta, Don Ciccio Di Porzalo, All Two Customs. Guys, it's great to see all you, and John Apollo. I mean, we aren't even into the meat of this episode, and there's already almost 100 of you in here. So let's get let's get going with this. Randy Rhodes, what's going on? Happy New Year to Canada. Thomas Sino. I love Canada, by the way, Randy. That's our biggest state. It's a wonderful place there. No, I like how they spell Canada. Canada. Eh?
Hey.
All right. So
Hey.
Thomas Sino will dust that one off. Big Boy Blue. Guys, it's just, all of you are here. What the hell's going on? This is a wonderful, hit the like button. Thank you, Jim Yeager, for reminding me. And with that, we're going to get this episode started. And in Red.
Hi to everybody. I ditto all of Adam's highs.
Okay. Anybody else? Barnyard. What's going on, Barnyard? Barnyard's fascinating. He was in the Big House with John Gotti. And did you know that?
No, Marion, huh? Marion.
Yeah. He was in with John Gotti. He's got all kinds of stories about John Gotti. He was a pool hustler. This guy, he's an interesting guy to talk to.
I talked to him on the phone. We talked.
Yeah. You had to have talked to Barnyard. I know he told me that he talked to you. So
yeah, I just don't remember his name. He lives in Kentucky.
Right.
Yeah.
Matt Fowler, Pounding That Pink Veal. Hello, Red. That was directly to you, the Pounding
How you
Pink
doing,
Veal.
guy?
I didn't say anything to me about any.
It's your show.
I'm from Kentucky too, Outfit Bosses. Love you guys. Turd Ferguson. Hey, Turd. Thank you so much. Our love goes to the Turd. The Turd Ferguson. Red's speechless.
These unusual names get to me. They really do.
That's the thing about, that's the thing about the internet. You can have any name. You can be anybody you want to be.
Somebody made a comment on one of my channels or something I did, and his nickname was something Ballsack.
Okay.
And I looked at it, I just burst out laughing. I said, why would you put that up there as a name,
Alan White wants some Chicago dogs, man. I'm telling you. It is, Chicago dogs are, they're great. Anyway, I got to stay away from the nitrates right now. I got to tell you, 2022 is coming with some big changes. And
I'm getting skinnier.
There you go. Getting skinnier. I'm going to do some good things too. We'll talk about it as 2022 goes along. And if you guys are planning to do some good things for yourself, some healthy changes, right on. Know that I'm there with you, doing my thing with you guys. So, and this is going to be a fun year. All right. But, Red, anything else you want to interject, buddy?
No, I just wanted to ditto saying hi to everybody that you did, because I want to. It's your show, but you said hi to everybody. I'm seeing their comments, and I'm saying hi to them.
Tedford Von Patriot, I must be blocked. Wow. Okay. No, Tedford, you're not blocked. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. If I missed your comment earlier, Tedford, I apologize. The screen sometimes goes by.
Yes, it does.
And no, I'm looking back now. I actually did miss this. I sent a shout out 15 months of prescriber, nothing to sniff. I am so sorry, Tedford. I went right past and I didn't see that. I apologize. With all the comments that are coming in, and so I'm telling you guys, you really got like 60 a minute sometimes that come through, and it's hard to keep up with them. And I got to get Allie back on this thing so she can watch the comments while we're doing this. Help out a little bit here because I'm missing big comments. I'm really sorry. Street stories. What do you mean?
Too.
What do you mean you're blocked out, Anthony? Come on, buddy. These guys, everybody is on. So if I missed it, I apologize. But let's get into the meat of the show. That's what we're here for. We're here for the Chicago Horse Mafia, which when Red said Chicago Horse Mafia to me, I went, what the? Now, I know I read some things about it in your book, Red, and about the Hansons and Silas Jayne and different. But let's get into who Silas Jayne was. Sound good?
Yeah, it really does.
Right.
That's the beginning.
So for those of you who don't know who Silas Carter Jayne was, he was born in 1907 and he died in 1987. He was a Chicago-based stable owner and horse trainer who was heavily involved in criminal activity and suspected of involvement in two of the city's most notorious multiple-person disappearances. Jayne was convicted of rape as a teenager, for which he served a year in reformatory. He operated a variety of rackets centering on horses, particularly show jumpers, and orchestrated numerous schemes to sell worthless horses at vastly inflated prices to unsuspecting wealthy buyers. He also regularly killed horses for insurance money as part of a wider horse murder syndicate of corrupt Midwestern horsemen. He was convicted for conspiracy to murder in 1973 of George Jayne, his maternal half-brother and business rival, who was a judge for the American Horse Show Association, for which he served 17 years imprisonment. After his death, Silas Jayne was linked to two of the most notorious unsolved crimes in the city's history: the 1955 Peterson Schuessler murder of three young boys, perpetrated by an employee of his. He was likely responsible for the 1965 death of a young woman who died when a bomb exploded in George's car.
Sherry Rude.
Sherry Rude was her name?
Yeah.
Okay. Three women disappeared who may have witnessed the crime. Jayne was at one time suspected of the 1977 disappearance of heiress Helen Broch, who had fallen victim to a horse scam perpetrated by a business associate of Jayne while Jayne was in prison for murdering his brother. Jayne is also considered a person of interest in the murder of a policeman who was investigating horse scams. So that's the first, I guess, intro into who this guy was. And guys, that's off Wikipedia if you're interested in where that info came from. So, with that said, how did you know?
Where do we want to start?
So I don't know, Red. I mean, tell me, how did you know? Well, first off, he was involved with the Peterson Schuessler boys murder, which we've talked about in the past. But Silas Jayne, how did you first meet Silas Jayne, or how did you?
I met him through Ken Hansen. He used to have a polo barn out by his place, and everybody played polo out there. And this was in Elgin. Mm-hmm. His brother Frank, who was really the brains, Cy was the brawn. He had a place right next door, and it was like Jayne Farms were all in a row on, I forget the name of the street, but it was out in Elgin. He originally started getting noticed when he was buying Mustangs at $1 a head and shipping them in to Chicago. Actually, it was Woodstock. and then he would herd them up and ride them right across down the streets and to Woodstock, Illinois, and herd them all the way to, after they got off the cattle cars, all the way to his farm in Elgin.
Mm-hmm.
And people were very upset. They couldn't do anything about it. Then he decided that that horse meat was going to be passed off as real cow meat, and they started butchering it up. Him and Sam DiStefano got together, and they were putting it in restaurants and everything in Chicago. That was during World War II.
No, they weren't.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Come on. This seriously?
I even had a steak one time. I said, there's something funny about this. I don't like the taste of it. And they said it's probably horse meat.
Oh. Seriously. That's
very
sick.
serious.
That is sick.
Well, at that time, they ate horse meat in France and other countries.
Right.
There's his house in the background.
There, yeah, that's him right there, Silas Jayne. And see if I can grab another picture of him.
I think
here.
that was taken in 1973.
There's a better picture of his face.
That was close to his death.
Okay, so this was
He died in 1987.
Okay, yeah. So let me. So Red, so Silas was working with Sam Stefano about selling these horses and all. Tell me, how was he involved in the racing?
He wasn't.
What's a show jumper? I didn't understand that.
Well, they had horse shows where people compete.
Okay.
And major pots. I mean, major prizes, jackpots.
Uh-huh.
And they had several different classes. Dressage. They had jumpers that would jump over specially made walls and
dressage, eventing, hunters.
And then they had the hunter class, which it's kind of stylish, more stylish.
Uh-huh.
You get graded on points. And there's big money in it, very big money. Actually, Linderman was involved in that whole thing, in that horse scandal. And he owned Cellular One at the time. And he really took a beating on that one.
Wow. So how about this, William Kirchmeier, bet Silas dug up Mike Todd looking for the ring Liz gave him.
No. That was Tony Pellicano.
All right. Who was Mike Todd?
He was a producer and a celebrity in California, and also Liz Taylor's husband.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. So I see. So the ring that Liz Taylor
connection. No connection.
No connection. This is totally off. Yeah, sorry about that, Red. We're going on left field. But Michael Graham said, please talk to Red about Helen Broch. She is somehow tied in with Silas Jayne.
Helen Broch was the heiress to Broch Candy Company. Her husband was he owned Broch Candy Company, and he met her. She was a platinum blonde coat check girl. He met her in Miami in the early 50s, and he married her. Mm-hmm. And when he passed away, he's quite a bit older than her. When he passed away, she inherited everything, millions of dollars, and she was lonely all the time. She had all the money, but she was afraid. And so she used to answer these Lonely Hearts ads. And one of them was Bailey, Richard Bailey. And he wined her and dined her. And then all of a sudden she found out the horses she owned, because she bought a few, she liked animals. Mm-hmm. The horses that she owned were really not worth the money that they said they were. And it's like, I don't know, the horses were kept in the back, and they said, oh, you own this horse. And, oh, that's beautiful. Well, it really wasn't the horse she owned. So she found out about the scam, and she decided she was going to, for her annual checkup, to Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. And she was never seen or heard from after she left the gift shop in Mayo Clinic. There's no airline records of her. We assume that Richard Madlock, who was her chauffeur, drove up there and picked her up there and brought her back home, because there's no records of any flights. But anyway, when she got back home, she had told her friends that she was going to call the FBI and the IBI, which she did, and she was going to make a news conference. It was going to be a live news conference. And Cy called. He was in Vienna prison at the time, Vienna, Illinois. And he called Frank Jayne Jr., who owned Northwestern Stables at that time. It was on Higgins in Morton Grove. And he told him the Candy Lady has to go. That was the code word, the Candy Lady. And from there on, she was killed, taken to Ken Hansen's stable, along with Vic Splaccio. Kurt wasn't there. There were several people there, and Ken Hansen was there too. They brought the station wagon that she was in the back of into the stable at Sky High Stable at that time. Later, he named it Camelot. But she kind of moaned, and her hand fell out of the blanket, and there was a emerald ring on her hand. And Joe Plemons happened to be there. And he looked at the hand move, and he said, "She's still alive." And Kurt was there, because Kurt gave Joe Plemons a shotgun. It said Mother's Helper. It was a 16 gauge Harrington Richardson topper that was sawed off. And he said, put it to her head and get it over with. Because he had gone down to take the ring off her finger, right? And so he said, "I don't want to kill." So Kurt put a gun to his head, and he said, "There's either going to be two people in that station wagon, or there's going to be one or two dead people, or one dead people. Make up your mind." So he fired the coup de grace.
Wow.
And then they drove the bodies, or her body, to Inland Steel in East Chicago, Indiana.
I'm really aware of that place.
In the vat, and there was no evidence. Nobody's ever found anything of Helen Broch.
It's a damn way to get rid of a body.
And Marion Jayne, which is George Jayne's wife, the one that he murdered, George Jayne, that Marion was his wife. She told me that George had letters at the time that he kept in a safety deposit box, that he was holding the 1955 Schuessler Peterson murders over Cy's head, that he was involved in it. And Marion came to court and testified. Of course, Cy was dead. And then she passed away the second time in 2002. She didn't testify, but they wrote her stuff into the records.
So Michael
He
Graham's
was a very evil man. I mean, very evil. Him and Sam DiStefano must have got along very well.
Yeah. Well, yeah, evil attracts evil, right? I mean.
Oh, yeah.
So curious.
And then Cy went into business with Kurt Hansen after that, right after World War II. He went into business with him, baling hay and selling hay. He got all the Forest Preserve people to let them cut their fields. And so he cut their fields, made hay for nothing. He didn't have to pay for the planting or anything, and they sold it.
Wow. Good business.
He made millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Good business operation there, Curious fact, Silas Jayne owned Idle Hour Horse Stables at River Road and Higgins Road, just a mile away from where the bodies of the Schuessler Peterson boys were dumped at River Road in Lawrence.
Yes, they were killed at the stable in one of the tack room of that stable. And I think it was 5 months later, after the bodies were discovered in 1955, it was October, I believe, 1955, 6 months later or less, in 1956, the stable was burned to the ground, and the cause of burning was arson. It's declared by everybody as arson.
Okay. Thomas Chino asked that question at the end of the broadcast. It's a little off topic. Jim Magnifici, Red, did you ever know a Ray Go affiliated with Silas Jayne and the horse business?
No, I did not.
No? Okay. All right, so back to Silas Jayne. So Silas Jayne was involved, they said, with was involved with the horses, selling them for an exuberant amount of money to unsuspected wealthy buyers, is what it says in this Wikipedia page, which I want to ask you about because kind of reminds me. I mean, what did he do? What did he do? Did he walk up to the? Did he walk up to the a guy? Hey, you want to buy my horse? I got a good horse here. You know, I mean, it's a very loyal house. It just don't look too good. And, you know, and the buyer's like, oh, okay, I'll take that horse. And then, you know, the next day the buyer finds out that the horse is blind. And he goes back to the guy, Silas. He's like, hey, you didn't tell me that the horse is blind. He said, yeah, I did. I chose you a loyal horse, but he don't look too good. Don't look too good. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. It just flew through my head, and I went, "Well, I gotta do it." You know what I mean? So that's what I did. Anyway, I hope that you guys are having a good time. Hank Shreve, could I turn my mic up a little bit? Do the best thing I can do, Hank. I hope that this helps a little bit for you. If you're not hearing me clear enough, is that any better, Hank? And somebody put up a quick, you put up a comment. Somebody put up a comment about Accardo's house being for sale. If you know the address there, could you put it in the comment section for me? I want to take a look. You said there's a lot of pictures, and I'll tell you, last week Red and I did a broadcast.
Video at Joey Lombardo's house.
Yes, and it was all Joey Lombardo's. Brian Field, thank you very much, buddy. Much love to you, pal. Yeah, we did Joey Lombardo's house. It's for sale, and we did a walkthrough, and it seemed like all you guys were really interested in that. And that was Mikey D's suggestion. He gave me sent me a message and said, "Hey, you may want to check this out." So, would love to see that. And Michael Graham plus Adam, he was involved with killing racehorses for the insurance money. He did that as well.
Not racehorses, show horses. Show horses. And the guy he used was Tommy Burns. Tommy the Sandman Burns.
Right.
He became an informant for the government. And I guess it was the prosecutor was Safer. He was a U.S. attorney that prosecuted this whole case, racketeering, whatever. And what would happen? This is why, okay? Mm-hmm. If the horse pulled a tendon or did something like that, it was insured for $500,000, something like that. They would kill the horse, collect the insurance money because the horse wasn't worth that kind of money anymore. Mm-hmm. So there was a lot of people involved. It was like a pyramid scheme. But Cy had other people to go out and procure his customers. And then they would say, I know I can get you a horse, just the horse that you like. And they'd bring it in on consignment from Cy.
Right.
And they were real good-looking horses. Except when you bought that horse, that wasn't really the horse you bought. When you looked on a title, the pedigree for the horse, it had that horse's name. But guess what? It wasn't the same horse when you looked at it. It wasn't shiny, beautiful. You really bought some swayback, that you didn't even know about.
Right. Huh. That's crazy. John,
it was a real scam. It was a real scam. I got involved in it when they were selling shares. Different shares, syndicating a horse, right?
Right.
Bob Brown did this to me. I used to drive out in my Lincoln in a suit and tie, and he'd tell me who was coming out that day, and there were prospective buyers and shares in that horse. As a matter of fact, I had a horse called Toll Collector, and I sold it to Bob, and Bob turned around and he was selling shares on it, right? So I would go out there, and I turn around and say, well, I'll give you $100,000 for a piece of it. And the other guy jump in and say, well, I'm in too. If he's going to do it, so am I. I didn't have the money. I never gave Bob a dime. I'd write a check and Bob would tear it up later. Bunch of con men. Bunch of con men.
So
They were good. They were very good at what they did.
if you're, yeah, if you're gonna do it right. What the hell? Gregory L. Hart. They would kill horses by inserting electric prods rectally and zap them.
Yes. The either positive or negative on an extension cord would go up the rectum, and the other end would go in the mouth or somewhere up by the face, and then they'd get away like a 50-foot cord, and they'd just plug it in. Bang, the horse is dead. Looks like a heart attack. It looks like a heart attack because it was a heart attack. And Dr. Hughie, the veterinarian, he knew he was in on the game, and he'd say, "Oh yeah," he'd write off on the death certificate heart attack, and then they collect the insurance. He was convicted also.
I can't stand to see any animal get hurt. I don't know.
Neither could Helen Broch.
I can't.
Helen Broch, she was really upset over the whole thing.
Yeah, no, that's one thing I just can't. I don't even want to think about it. I just JW, before they tattooed horses. What do you mean before they tattooed horses?
They tattoo them on the lip, on the upper lip. Yeah, it's an identification, so you know what it is.
Inside the lip?
Yes.
Got it. Yeah, evil people, Pam, exactly. Hey, Roy, how's it going? Roy's watching right now. This is my best friend. William Kirchmayer, horse trading and dishonesty, who'd have thought? Exactly. Who'd have thought ever?
I also want to add something to this.
Okay.
They had certain people from the mob get with Cy, but Cy became a pariah for the mob, kind of like Sam DiStefano. He brought too much heat down, and they said, stay away from him. That's it.
Yeah.
Kurt actually was involved in the murder of Sherry Rood. He was one of the people that was involved in blowing up George Jayne's car, which he said, George Jayne, the car was wired, and George said, Sherry, he worked for her, and she was a top-notch rider. And he said, Sherry, go in and get us some coffee and donuts. And she went to the car, got in, turned the key, boom, all over the place, gone.
Damn.
That was 1965.
Oh, that's unbelievable. They do the same to greyhounds, I guess. Grievous is saying that but I told you, Red, about the time the guy I met, he lived in Palos Hills, Ben Scora, the guy who bought his house. It was a Sears Roebuck catalog house. He built it, and then he made the whole house animatronic, right? The whole thing. Well, big living room spun around on itself. Every chair had levers, so you could drive it like a tank around the house. And it was really in the bathroom. It looked like a flower pot that opened up. It turned into the toilet bowl, and it had a fan that turned. This guy is just unbelievable. Anyways, he made this device that could start a car, and he was one of the first. He was the first, I guess, to make this technology. And he put it on his wife's car as a gift to her so she could start her car downtown when she was, in the wintertime to warm it up. And I guess a couple of months after his wife was using it, one of the ladies at the office saw it and inquired about, hey, could he make one for me? And told her husband. Next thing you know, he's got a couple of guys knocking on his front door saying, hey, we need you to make one of these devices for us that does a little zappy zap. And that's what they did so that they could get the horses to, at the racetrack. They'd hit them, boom, and they would take off. The problem was when airplanes and different things came by and would set it off accidentally was the problem. So, but yeah.
Problems in the chutes loading them.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing too. Ralph Conte, Happy New Year. Thomas Chino, they always used to stuff their race horses' noses with sponges to slow the breathing. Why?
Not always, but that's one of the tricks they used to do to hold the other ones back.
Oh, just to hold the other ones so they couldn't run as fast.
So your horse could win.
Oh my God, man. Well, yeah, you got to figure out how to make your horse go faster and all the others to go slower. So you dope the other ones up, right? They did that too, I'm sure.
They did that to my horse.
Oh, jeez. Hey guys, hit the like button if you're just coming in here. And if you guys are just finding this channel, this is all about Chicago mob history and Chicago history and Chicago crime history. So if you guys are just getting here, be sure to hit the like button. And with that said, I want to thank Scott H for coming out here again last night. He was out here a month ago. You guys saw him out. I just put him up a couple of weeks ago, him and I doing a little thing, after the mob tour. But this time, Scott H came out, went to the Pioneer Saloon with me out in Good Springs. This place is really, really cool, guys. I mean, even if you're not into ghosts.
I was there. There's a picture of me on Facebook.
You were.
I loved it.
He was there. You were there, Red. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Mob Vlog. We're out here in Good Springs with Scott H.
How's it going, everybody? We're having a good time here at the Pioneer Saloon. We're out in the middle of nowhere, Good Springs, Nevada. And there's ghosts roaming around. We've got food on the grill, drinks. You ought to come out to Vegas and see Adam on the tours. This guy's a little kooky, but you'll have a good time, I promise.
A little kooky.
Real kooky.
Crazy kooky.
Crazy kooky.
Hey, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Scott.
Take care.
Dude, thanks for coming on the tour again. Another tour.
My pleasure. My pleasure. I had a great time, and I'll be back again, I promise.
Awesome, man. Have a great time, guys. Enjoy.
See ya.
Hey, thanks again, Scott, for coming out and doing the tour. And it was a trip out there, right, Red?
It was. Every tour you do is great.
They're
Every
fun.
one of them.
It's all about fun. It's all about having fun when you're on vacation. So, Van Pasterman, the mob will do all kinds of things to make money illegally. And if you get in the way of their goals, then you gotta go. Then you gotta go if you don't fall in line. And Red, I mean, that's the truth. I mean, that's the truth. So that's how it goes. Red's horse toll collector was delicious with. That's just sick, man. Come on, that's not even funny, Michael. Is Harper College where Silas Jayne stables used to be?
I don't know.
Okay.
Harper Junior College is close to it, but I don't think that Harper Junior is there on his property. I don't know. They may have moved over a campus over there. I don't know.
The shovel. So I know we did an entire episode on all the racetracks in Chicago, but Red, did the outfit have anything to do with the Arlington track burning down in '85?
Every one of them. All the one. The Arlington Park, Sportsman's Park, every one of those tracks burned. Out south, I forget the name of the ones right now. I can't think it of. In Calumet City, out that way, there was several horses, every one of those pari-mutuel stables was burned. When they needed the money to rebuild it, they got the insurance money. They burned it to the ground. It was always arson. They knew it was arson, but they rebuilt the thing and made it bigger and better.
Wow. Hey, Joe Collada, Happy New Year, Healthy New Year, and a healthy, wealthy. I hope that it's God, Joe, I hope it's a really good 2022, buddy. I'm pulling for a good 2022, and we're off to a good start so far. So I hope that there's a lot of health, wealth, and happiness coming everybody's way. Joe, I wish you the best to you and your family. And I hope all is going well. I have to give you a call. Talk to you soon. Okay. Shy Girl 219 got a personally signed book by Red today. Can't wait to get it started. And guys, if you haven't gotten Red's book, check it out. Go to redwemette.com. There's a link in the description, and you can buy Red's book.
I saw where I was looking at her tracking number, and it said delivered. It said delivered, so I could see it was delivered.
Yeah, exactly. So it's that's great. So now you have to read it, Shy Girl, and then get back on here and tell everybody what you thought of Red's book. Okay? So and guys,
and if you can, if you're an Amazon customer and you can, good, bad, or indifferent, go on Amazon, hit the book, and write a review. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, please do for Red. And guys, I'm running it down the bottom of the screen. There's a ticker there, and if you are interested in if you're interested in doing any of the tours out here, including the mob tour, you can always use a promo code MobVlog, and you get 15% off. I'm sorry, 20% off of all the tickets, and that's for all of the different all the different.
And if you're going out to
tours.
Vegas, you definitely want to stop doing the tours. Don't waste your money in the casinos losing your money when you can have a good tour. And really, some of the shows are not as good as your tours.
True, right? True. It's very true. So some people say that, but all right, Pam Ingram, now it's Adam's turn to write a book. I will one day. We'll see when that day will be. So Michael Graham, Silas Jayne Stables, Idle Hour. The one that burned down was at River Road and Higgins.
8600 West Higgins.
Right. Yes. So, guys.
But that was burned in 1956. I have no idea what's there now.
Oh, no?
It was a big stable. I mean, huge.
Mm-hmm. Well, geez.
I don't know if they put Harvard Junior College over there or not.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Sorry, I got distracted here for a second. Let's get back onto this topic here. Are you doing any second book read? Any word on your book?
I'm still waiting on the cover. I'm still waiting on it.
Well,
it's at the printers.
Okay.
I've been waiting 4 months. Before I went to Vegas, I turned it in. Everything is slowed down because of this COVID.
Yeah, it is. It sure is. Well, that's how it goes, though. What are you going to do?
Right behind me here, I have like 9 books that need to be shipped out from people that wanted autographed books, and they got to be shipped out. I autographed them. They're all ready to go.
Yeah, well, he's getting them ready. So, hey, guys, next week we're going to be talking about the Chicago, the Turkish bathhouses in Chicago on Division and the Division bathhouse.
The Luxor baths.
Now, this is way before my era. I don't remember bathhouses ever. I don't even, but I guess from what I'm understanding is like they had steam rooms and showers, and this is back like built for the immigrants when not everybody had, a shower in their house but you wanted to go get cleaned up, and you go to a bathhouse to take a bath, right?
No, not really. It was to clean out your pores. You went in
like
there.
Steam rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have showers.
Like a sauna. Yeah, they had showers and everything else.
So you go in there, if you wanted to get a good shower and a steam and open up, I guess that's what you did. You sat in the bathhouse, right?
But it was for men only. Men only. So mob guys used to go there. We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah.
Russians and Jews, Padula. He's right. The Russian bathhouses.
Anyway, that's what we're going to be talking about. And so Sunny C, I don't know. I really don't know what you're referencing or what you mean by this. Everybody's looking at it, so I'm going to read it. It really does break my heart to have lost Frank Collada. It breaks my heart as well. I would love to have gone on a tour with him. I'm sure a lot of us that didn't get a chance to. I know I've talked to many who wanted to, yes. No offense to you, Adam, but it would have been better. It would have been even better to have Frank with me. I don't know what to tell you, Sonny. See, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you mean by that. But I hope that you don't mean it in a negative way because,
I don't think he meant any disrespect. What he was saying was it would have been more authentic if it would have been Frank giving the tour other than you showing the Frank on video or on the screen talking about different things on the tour.
You're saying Sonny C went on the tour, and is that what's going on? So
evidently he went on a tour with you, and he would have rather that Frank was there and alive.
Yeah,
but we can't make up those decisions, Guy. God's already taken Frank.
Mickey Griggs, I sure miss Frank. We all miss Frank. I mean, and most of all, Joe misses Frank. So I don't know what you mean by all that, but I really, I hope you don't mean that in a negative way in any way. All right, let's get back to on track. Michael Graham, Adam, make the point that these were legit Russian bathhouses, not the modern gay bathhouses that some people think of. So again, the bathhouse thing was before my time. I mean, there was a gym in Calumet City, Quads Gym, and they had a steam room, and they had a sauna, and they had a shower area in the locker room. And after working out, we would sit in the steam room, you know, and I guess that's what the bathhouses were, but it wasn't. It was just like a, you know, after you work out, all the LVACs in town have the, you know, steam rooms and all. So, but I guess these were. I heard Turkish bathhouses, but Michael, if you're saying Russian,
they were Russian, Turkish, but they had different names. And
okay.
The guys that went, mob guys that used to go there, they go into a steam room, and all they wearing is a towel.
Yeah.
So you couldn't wear a wire in there, and they were usually owned by connected people anyway. So you could talk about business or, you know, so-and-so's got to get whacked or something like that. You could say anything in there and get away with it. Nobody would know.
Yeah. Right, because you can't wear a wire, you can't tap the thing because of all the condensation getting on the electronics and all, and you're just going to screw it all up.
No, somebody see it. All you had was a towel on you.
I mean, they couldn't bug the steam room.
They never got in there.
Yeah.
This is back pre wiretap days, Bill Romer wiretap days. It's back, way back. And they never tried to. They were connected, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, that would have been like somebody trying to bug, they wanted to, my porn shop. They wouldn't have been able to. It was open 24 hours. How are they going to get in there and bug it?
Right. Timothy Foster, how you doing, man?
Hey, Tim.
Did Frank or Red ever talk about William Handhart? Yes. There's some episodes that were talked about William Handhart, Luminous Grin. They're out there. I know they are. Try searching on YouTube. You know, search William Handhart. Search William Handhart Colada.
Used to hang out at the Bird's Nest over on Wells and Division with Frank Schweiss and the other guys. And Handhart was a regular. I didn't know exactly who he was, except he was a cop, and I knew he was dirty.
Handhart was the one who came into the room after Frank was hung out the window by his ankles, Luminous.
Really?
And yeah, it was Handhart. And he sat down and he told him that you're not going to be half the man your father was, is what he told Frank. And then he hit him in the head with the phone book because he walked in the room and said, "How you doing?" And Frank was, "I'm all right." And he, boom, "I wasn't talking to you." And
those yellow pages were murder, man. The yellow pages were like this thick.
Oh,
you know?
I remember that. Yeah. And then he said he had the cattle prod and all that. Anyway, that was all in part of his, I can't remember which episode, Luminous Grin, but just search it because I'm pretty certain that I tagged it. So if I tagged it, you'll be able to find it. And guys, that goes for all of the videos that were made with Frank. If I have I went through those. I was meticulous when I did this. I tagged every subject that was talked about in each one of them. You should be able to search them out on either go to the channel and search the channel specifically. YouTube may not give you exactly what you want when you search, may not show you, but if you go to the channel and search on the page, it'll, yeah.
I go to the channel myself and I'll go to my vlog and I'll type in a buzzword, that Frank talked about. Might have been Chucky Nicoletti. It might have been Frank Schweiss. It might have been anything.
Gotcha. Hey, Sonny C, thanks for clearing that up. I didn't understand what you meant by it, but absolutely love you too, brother. And no big deal. I hope you're not going blind. I hope you're seriously just messing with me and you're not really going blind. So I know I say that sometimes because I'll pick up like a Sharpie and oh my God, look at that. It's floating in the air. It's a floating shark. It's a green one. That's why. Anyway, I'll go to pick something up to read it and I got to, move it away a little bit. So I hope that's what you mean. So All right. The Jaynes seemed like some very evil and sexually perverted people who had no respect for human life.
That's very true. Many girls, young girls, Cy would take advantage of, and they go tell their fathers who bought them their horses for like 200 grand, 300 grand. Mm-hmm. And the father would go and talk to Cy and say, hey, I'm going to call the police. And Cy would say, what are you talking about? Your daughter's a slut. Everybody in the barn's had her. You want to go to somebody and talk to him. I don't care. And they wouldn't want the publicity, so he got away with a lot of things.
Wow. Guys, if you're tuning in and you're on Wemette's channel on YouTube, let us know in the comments. And please let us know and hit the like button if you're just coming in, guys. Be sure to hit the like button. Not only is it going to help the algorithm over here, it'll help the algorithm over there for Red. So, Trail Dusty 64, Adam, how is Lewis doing? I talked to Lewis right before Christmas, and I got to tell you, Lewis is doing great. But as for a lot of people, this time of year is a pretty rough time with the holidays and all. So, everybody's, thinking about Lewis, and I was glad to talk to him the other day. He's doing okay. So, Greg Bradshaw, William Handhart episode. That sounds like a good idea, Greg. I think that might be fun. But we're doing the bathhouses first, and I'm so sorry, Sonny. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry that you're losing your vision, buddy. I really am. I'll pray for you. Stephen Healy. Happy New Year's, Adam and Red. Happy New Year to you too. And thanks a lot, Shane Weaver, for hitting both of them. Guys, if you're just getting in here, you don't know what the channel's about, we talk about Chicago mob, Chicago history, and Chicago outfit history, and everything in between that. So tune in. We're always here on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That means 4 p.m. Chicago time for the Chicagoans here. You guys hear that? You guys from Chicago? It's 4 p.m. yours times, okay? That's when you's got to be here.
Yes, I did know Lefty was banned in Florida in the 60s, in Miami.
Right. Did you?
That's when he went out to Vegas.
Right. I heard that. I knew that little bit of history, that's why he left Florida, right?
He was arrested 3 or 4 times for fixing games and all different kinds of things.
So look here, since we're at the end of the show and we always get off topic anyway, Lefty came out to Las Vegas. The Stardust opened in 1958 is when it was opened its doors. So the Stardust, Lefty being here in the 60s, there was a whole little bit there before him. It wasn't like Lefty was there from the very get-go like they show in the movie Casino. Right? Okay.
Right.
So, yeah.
Also, Marshall Cofano was out there then.
Exactly. Yeah, and he was running things because Tony was kind of like Marshall Caifano's replacement.
Right.
Hey, Red, did you know any of the harness horseman track that raced at Sportsman Park? My dad raced horseman. Hold on. Hey, Red, did you know any of the harness horsemen that raced at Sportsman Park? My dad raced horses there in the 70s and 80s.
The only harness racing horse I knew about was Silas Beauty, and that was in not a Sportsman's, but Kurt had owned that horse. And it was he used to actually drive the horse himself, that big fat ass. Used to get on the cart and drive that horse himself. And that was at Aurora Downs. Aurora Downs.
Aurora Downs. Guys, thank you. Well, hold on. Sonny C. Thank you very much, brother. Really appreciate it. You're keeping me happy, and I can hear the history of the life. Thank you so much. You're very welcome, Sonny C. You can always tune in and listen. Bunny Fazio. Harvey had 30 homicides this year. Was it bad when you lived around there, Adam? Man, I used to work in Harvey, Benny. I worked at the Skybox. It was the Skybox. It was a strip club, but that was back in. That was like in 98, 99. It was a long time ago. But it was pretty bad when I lived there. But man, I like that. That's why I had my parents out of Calumet City. I mean, Calumet City was just it was not looking good over there either. So
Calumet City is what happened is it's like Gary, Indiana. Calumet City just went up and became the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it goes. So, Pillmatic, Red, you can tell the best way to order your book. I want a signed copy preferably, but I live in the UK. Okay, so Red, this is your chance to tell everybody if they live overseas what to do to get a book.
Send me an email at redwemette.com with your address so I can know how much to charge you for shipping. Because it's not the regular. If you go to my site for an autographed book, it has only shipping in the U.S. So if you send me an email, I'll check with the postal authorities and see how much it costs to get it to you, and we'll get it to you. But I'll send you an email back so you know, and then I'll send you an invoice for the whole amount.
There you go. There you have it.
If you want to accept it, then you accept the invoice and pay it. If you don't, that's okay too.
There you go. So if you want to get a book from Red and you're overseas, that's what you need to do. So, good old Skybox, yeah, Juan, good old Skybox. Gabby Rodriguez, hey Red, Adam, chilling at home in Elmwood Park, recovering from the junk. I was supposed to have surgery yesterday, dude. Sorry to hear that, man. I hope that you're feeling better. And, I don't want to talk about it because I really don't want the algorithms to go, shut it down. But, I'm sorry to hear it. I hope you feel better. Big Boy Blue, rampant drug and alcohol abuse and homelessness. I'm talking about probably in Harvey, huh? So, yeah, not the place you'd want to be nowadays. I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to be there, but whatever. Some people teach their own. Gabby, going Gabby. Is there any mob in EP in Elmwood Park? I guess you're talking about, because Gabby's from Elmwood Park. Yeah, Nick Macy's asking you if there's any mob in Elmwood Park. We're dying to hear your take on this, Gabby. So, yeah, shoot your answer up there. I know what my answer is. Greg Bradshaw, the Red book is Nobody Cares and What I Did About It, right? Yes, that's the book that you're looking for. Nobody Cares
Yes,
and What I Did About It. Exactly.
If you live in the U.S., which I assume you do, I don't know. But if you live in the U.S., if you go to my Red Wemette page, all you do is click the picture of the book, and it'll take you to the purchase site. If you live in the U.S. If you don't live in the U.S., like some people that have done to me recently, they ordered a book, but the postage was a lot more than I had figured in for the price of the book when you purchase it. So I have to check your zip code and your address and then send you out an invoice. But if you're in the U.S., just go to the website on my page or the picture of the book and click it.
I don't know what Tony Padula is talking about.
I don't either.
I have no idea. I have no clue what you're talking about. If that is that a murder of some sort that happened in Calumet City? I don't know. You guys looking in the comments on the side, but I guess Tony killed somebody. I don't know. It's what it looks like to me. He says, saying that he snuck up and were you one of the 3 shooters? I don't know if you can even say that on here, Tony. You might get in trouble. I don't know. I'm just
maybe Tony did time already for it.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, then I'm not, well, right on then, I guess, wow. So, hey, Mike Alexander, thanks for watching. Eric Epstein, peace out, brother. They're former mobsters nowadays. They're former mobsters nowadays. That's right, Anthony. There you go. That's what's going on. And, what? I have no idea what that even means, but that looks like Russian to me. Is that Russian, Rhett? Or is that, I have no clue what the hell that is.
I don't either.
But Obi tried to decipher it. That's what Obi deciphered. Oh, yeah, Obi, right? Willone? Anyway. Hell no. Oh, Tony Badula. Hell no, I saw. Okay. Oh, wait, correct. Correct. He witnessed. Okay, correct. You saw it then. Okay. No, I never saw anything in Calumet City. I could tell you, but I did work for the Emergency Services and Disaster Agency, which was ESDA, they called it. And I worked for them for a few years, which was a good experience. And anyway, we did the stuff the cops didn't want to do, like go pick up prisoner meals from, where did we used to pick them up from? They changed names. It was Tom's Restaurant at the time, but now it's Ted's, I think is what they call it now. It was Tom's back then. We used to do that, pick up the DOAs, the bodies. But I got to see some homicides. I got to see some suicides. I got to see some, different crap that went on in Calumet City. And I guess, you never know when you're going to have to deal with death. So it's a good thing to be able to see it every once in a while and know that, hell, my family undertaker is always telling me about it. So... You got a family undertaker, Red?
No.
Yeah, I do. So he advises me on a lot of things. It's good. He'd be the one to know. Yeah. I'm going to have to get a book or two from Red for my kids, even though I can't read that. They can read it to me, and it would be good to hear. Thank you so much. Sonny C, yes. And Red was even talking about doing an audio book. So
yes,
he's talked about doing an audiobook. Mike Lino Ferrara, nice to see you. Hi, how you doing? Chuck Norris, what happened to Frank Jayne Jr.? He fell off a horse? Yeah, we never got to that.
Junior was the one that Cy really called from prison, and he orchestrated the death of Helen Broch.
Gotcha.
He seemed to have gotten out of things. He was indicted. A lot of barn burnings. They burned the evidence behind him. Wow. And whenever he got in trouble, he lawyered up before they even got to him. His lawyer was there.
Wow. Hey, Greg Bradshaw just ordered a copy of your book, Red.
Thank you, Greg.
Okay, I'll ask it. What was the biggest mistake you ever made, Red?
The biggest?
Yeah, do you have, if you had a big regret or a big mistake, what would it be? Maybe not a regret, but a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. So you can't say I don't have any regrets. I didn't make any mistakes. You can't say that. But what was the biggest one?
My first marriage.
Okay, enough said.
I got married for all the wrong reasons. I was in the Marine Corps and I wanted to live off base. And I wasn't in love. I just wanted sex. And I married the wrong gal.
There you go.
That was the biggest mistake I ever made.
I can relate, Red, because I've been unsuccessful in 2 marriages now. First wife left me. This one won't. Sorry, Allie's gonna kill me. So, did they find Helen Broch's body? JW, no. If you back up the video, no, they did not find Helen Broch's body. Red said they dumped her into a vat at Inland Steel.
We went over it. We talked to agents, and I talked about it, and there were 5 people that actually witnessed it, but they never found it.
Right. See, so there you go.
I have statements from different people, but there's nothing to find.
Hey guys, I want to show you something, and I want to show you something. Just take a quick look. Scott H. I showed you earlier. He came out on the Good Springs tour, but the other day I had this guy on from Franklin Park. His name was George, and George came out with his wife, and there was several other people on the tour. But this is what George thought of the tour. I just want to let you guys see this. All right, hey, welcome back, everybody. Adam Flowers here, Mob Vlog. And I just got done doing another mob tour today, this time with George. And George is from Franklin Park. What'd you think, George?
It's great, very informative. You come to Vegas, make sure you do this tour.
Now, George, you went and saw a show the other night. Who'd you see?
Penn and Teller.
And was this better than Penn and Teller?
Oh, by far, way better.
There you go. And I'm not even doing magic, guys. Hey, thanks again, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Have a great day, guys.
Subscribe.
Hey, awesome. Thanks again,
Great
George, for
guy,
coming on.
nice guy.
And Joe, thank you so much for that endorsement, saying that Adam's doing a great job on the tour, and Frank would be very happy. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Joe. And I got to tell you guys, it's like the Vegas Mob Tour 2.0.
Joe just mentioned Frank Pape. Joe.
You know what? Yeah, Joe. You know what? You're right, Joe. No, I misspoke. You're right. It wasn't Handhart. It was Frank Pape. That wasn't Handhart that came in there and hit Frank with the book. Thanks for correcting me, Joe. My brain.
Frank Pape was shot and killed. That's another story.
He was?
Yeah.
All right, another story for another day, guys, because we're already over an hour, a little over an hour.
Another rabbit hole, huh?
This is, yeah, we'll go down a whole another thing. So, yeah, Michael Graham was Helen Broch's body dumped from a boat, as rumored. Who knows? Guys, you guys are awesome. It really is. Big Boy Blue, Vegas is a hustle. I always enjoy my times in Nevada. Well, come enjoy your times with me, Big Boy Blue, when you're here, okay?
You
we'll
won't
have
be
some
sorry.
fun out on the. Yeah, you'll have a great time out on the tour, and it's a lot of fun. So, hey, Otto Mobile says that she's part of the Sears Tower now, which is funny, Otto, because I remember Frank Collada told me a story. He went back to Chicago and he met up with Tony when he was back, and they were driving. Tony came back and was visiting Frank. Anyway, they were driving through Chicago. Frank had gotten out of prison, and he asked about somebody, and I don't remember his name, but he said, "Where's so-and-so?" And he said, "I'll show you." And on the way home, they were going down the highway, and he says, "See the new overpass? So-and-so's holding that overpass up." That was the words, holding it up. I thought that was funny, you know, like
buried in those overpasses and the pylons.
Oh, and the pylons, exactly what he said happened to it. Oh, man. So, Michael Graham, thanks for watching. Joe's pitching in that Pat was the dentist. And is anyone still alive? Randy Rhodes? I think that there is still.
I think that there's 3 still alive that I know of.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's for another.
Pat, John, and there's another brother that's still alive.
Street Stories. Anthony Martini, have a good night. Good night, everyone. Goodbye, everyone. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm wishing everybody a sensational, wonderful New Year, and I hope you're feeling a little bit better. Red's got a cold.
This is nothing.
Cold.
This is nothing.
No?
Nah,
it's nothing. So, you know, William Kirchmayer, you're right. Concrete evidence is very hard to find. Concrete evidence. Man, I'll tell you, I think that puns are actually the highest form of comedy. They're the highest, the most intelligent form of comedy are puns.
They are in your vocabulary, I'll tell you that much.
It's true.
Go,
thanks a lot.
Right over my head.
Sometimes they do. You're welcome, Greg. Good to see you, Steve FM. Glad you were with us. Bye, Pam. See you next time, William Kirchmayer. See you later, Sonny C. It wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, if it would be a problem, you'd like to go on the mob tour? Of course it wouldn't be a problem. I'd love to see you. And we'll get you in there. And Two Customs, good to see you. Shy Girl. Shakey's Pizza was fun. Shy Girl, I loved Shakey's. I like the potatoes that they deep fried with that. Man, those were good. Oh, Shakey's. I mean, you're making me hungry, you know? In 2020, this is a new year, man. This 2022 is going to be different. Well, then again, I see that every year, and that's what you guys say, but we're going to see what happens. So good. Greg Polly, great to see you again. Michael Graham, thanks a lot. Street Stories, Bobby Bag of Donuts, Thomas Chino, Floyd Darmody. Have you ever had dealings with Joe the Builder? Next time, Floyd, bring your question. We'll be back. McLino Ferrara, Chi-Town Savage, Get Better Red. Hope you're feeling better, Red. Really. And yeah, thanks, Happy Chicks. We'll see you next time. Enjoyed the show. Pillmatic, thanks for stanking around. Thanks for sticking around, Pillmatic. It's good to see you again as well. So, all right, guys. What do you say, Red?
Happy Wednesday. or
Happy
Rednesday.
Wednesday. We'll see you next time, guys. And I'll talk to you soon. All right, guys. Have a great day. And once again, Happy New Year. It's been fun. Red, thanks for spending your time with us, the most precious asset anybody has. And no, it's true. You guys have a great day. And thanks for tuning in again. It's been fun. Mob Vlog.